Hey, what's going on, guys? MidnickQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. This is episode number 31 today for the Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn 400 here at North Carolina Speedway, Rockingham Speedway, whatever you want to call it. I love Rockingham. It's one of my favorite ovals to ever go on to in like any NASCAR race. I mean, they're saying that there's some rumors of actually having it for the 2025 schedule, so I'm hoping that the rumors are true. I mean, obviously you don't want to assume anything, but I just, hope and pray that this stuff is true. The last time around, the little expansion team that could ended up winning the race at Talladega with our one win in our 30th start. Unfortunately, this does not move us anywhere closer to anyone in our points battle, as Bobby Hamilton's nearly like 100 points behind. We're behind by almost 100 points still. Our rivals are like in the 2100s. So I mean, if we can get a good stretch of the last 3 races of the season, 4 races of the season, we should be okay. But let's take a look at the title fight here. We have Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart, both the Joe Gibbs racing drivers. Joe Gibbs, they're really sitting pretty right now between these two guys. With Bobby Labonte trying to get his first title, and Tony Stewart also trying to get his first title in his sophomore year, by the way. In his sophomore year, Tony Stewart has been putting on an absolute clinic. I mean, one full race behind is Ricky Rudd and Jeff Burton, as well as Rusty Wallace. But this man right here, Dale Sr., has 6 wins, and unfortunately, he does not have the consistency as compared to the other guys to even back that up with the championship anyway. As we take a look at the driver win total here, Earnhardt has the most with 6, Rusty Wallace has 4, Jeff Burton 3, and a few others that has 2, and there's a whole lot of ones. Our teammate Kenny Wallace winning Daytona in a Pepsi 400 earlier this season, Andy Houston, who won the Talladega race, the spring Talladega race, we won the fall. We just have a plethora of winners, including John Andretti getting his second career win. That's also very nice to see. But let's take a look at shop though, because we have a lot of money to play with here actually. First comes to first, we are actually overhauling this chassis here. We can bring it up to 59 overall, really, for the tire grip, especially because we're gonna have to deal with a 56 tire grip for the next few races, which is still not very good for us. We're actually gonna build a new engine for 2 races, and we just have enough money in order for it to do so, which is really great. Which, of course, that's all in preparation for next season anyway. Because I'm pretty sure we have Mr. Andy Petrie has some stuff in store for us, some expectations for next season, even though now that we're a proven race winner. Let's see here. We're gonna go take a look at, of course, we gotta get ourselves a new chassis anyway. We have to modify the car that we have. We're not giving it a name still. Yeah, this is the chassis that we're gonna be using for the next few races. It's not the greatest in the world, of course, but it's something that can help us get through the next few races anyway. Especially since our new chassis is gonna be coming in about a few races, I would say. So we take a look at the status here. 2 races, and keep in mind, on the left-hand side of your screen, the tire grip is 64 and tire wear is 64. So I'm actually more focused on building new stuff rather than overhauling. So this might be our last time we'll be overhauling something for a while. We don't know yet. An overall rating of 60 though. That's the first time I think we've seen that already this season. But anyway, Rockingham's one of my favorite races and tracks to go to. Let's see how we do in our second time around at The Rock. Alrighty, Rockingham. It is one of my favorite racetracks after all. I ran a 24.02 in practice anyway, so I mean the setup feels pretty good, just loose though. Like if you oversteer it, steer the car anyway, like how you normally is in this game. But of course, I put the high end suspension settings, of course, as well as the sway bar, not all the way at the top because I actually want to turn this thing. So it's gonna be a little bit shorter of the run that I hoped for. We're in 20th right now in terms of the qualifying pace, in terms of lap 1. So once again, we're just kicking ass in qualifying, but we just can't seem to do it well on race day. So hopefully next season, we can actually start finishing higher in the races rather than just having qualifying efforts like this. All right, let's see. That was a 24.04 on our first lap. Second lap's going to be, we're going to go dive down to the apron here, and just shy of 24 seconds anyway. 17th position was where we're going to be starting this race today. Fastest lap after all as well. So off to the main event. We have $158,000 to chase after whoever's going to be winning this race anyway. So let's get on with it.
We're live from the North Carolina Speedway, otherwise known as the Rock side of today's NASCAR race, the Pop Secret 400, right here on MRN. What can you tell us about this track, Barney?
Tires, tires, and more tires. You've got to take care of your Goodyear Eagles when you come to this place. Otherwise, you'll be sliding up into the wall before you know it.
The Delphi car would like to break this run of bad luck he's been having at the speedways.
Yeah, I have been surprised to see him run so poorly on these tracks. I can only imagine how he feels.
Elliott Sadler comes into this race hoping to turn his success around at a speedway track.
And a good finish would go a long way in boosting that team's morale. I guarantee it would make a whole lot easier to come to these racetracks.
Something a little out of the ordinary in this one for Bill Elliott.
Yeah, he was due for one of these bad starts, though. Nobody can start up front all year. You're going to have a bad qualifying run now and then.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
We have a really interesting front row here, and top five as a whole. We have Michael Waltrip, Kenny Irwin Jr. rounds up the front row of the grid. I believe we still see some others. We got Robert Presley and Jeremy Mayfield also as well in row number 2. But as for us, we get to start next to our teammate, Kenny Wallace, and it's 98 laps at Rockingham. Underway we go. We do something very illegal at the start that should not be allowed, but we're doing it anyway. And here we go. We're trying to get alongside with our point leader, Tony Stewart, but we will not be able to get there in time. We sneak our way up to P15 on the grid, and we're still trying to be now it's going to be the point in time where we're just going to try to block for 98 laps. Or can we actually start pressing the attack here? Well, maybe not, because here comes John Andretti as well. We're actually going to squeeze him down there a little bit, give him a little bit of a swipe anyway. Nothing too fancy, but again, because we have a more higher downforce setup anyway, we're not going to be as powerful in the straights. Even with our 63 engine power, we're still going to be outrun in the straights, but we're actually going to try to be somewhat decent in the corners. I mean, we're sort of keeping up with some folks anyway. Wally Dahlbeck's going to hold with the field, as well as Jeffrey Bodine, who's having a really... I haven't seen in a while. How you doing, Mr. Jeffrey Bodine? We're going to try to make it 3 wide on lap 3. This is what you're not supposed to do in iRacing! My goodness, Wally Dahlbeck must have probably hit the wall or something there. And he's going to slide all the way back there. Now we're going to continue to hold up John Andretti again, it seems. We're actually still keeping up with our RCR affiliated team member Dale Earnhardt that was up there. Who, remember, was 6 wins of the season, or so he's trying to maybe go after set of 7. He's just trying to go after wins at this point rather than just winning the championship. I think he's kind of like out of it. It depends on there's Tony Stewart up there, but I don't see Labonte anywhere up or at least around here. No, never mind. He's up there. I'm an idiot. We're still holding strong though. 13th place right at the start of this race. We haven't really had to be really forced to defend anybody at this point in the race just yet. I think we cracked the code a little bit on this one. Maybe it's just this momentum that we carried over after winning Talladega. Maybe might be able to help us out a little bit as the race goes on. Well, we almost caused a big one for trying to slam the door on John Andretti for the 4th time this race. Fortunately, we got a little bit of left side and left rear damage right then and there. We're just trying to hold on to this top 20. Now we're trying to fend off the road course ringer Ron Fellows himself, who's wanting to take a crack at the ovals apparently for his first few starts. Here we have Joe Nemechek ready to come on through as well, and Ron Fellows did not like what we did earlier. Tire-wise, I guess we're starting to fall off a little bit anyway, pace-wise. I memean, it was bound to happen. We were about to go back down to reality at some point anyway. Did you really think we're actually going to be chilling in the top 5 every week since we won at Talladega? No. It's still going to be the same old from here on out until we get some more R&D in the works anyway, or at least until the new chassis comes in, which we're hoping for more tire grip would really help us out there. As we fall into 24th, and Jeff Burton, for some reason, is all the way back there. As it's the lap times, well, they're still falling off. It's probably because of the, well, not even because of the tire wear stats, because also the grip I'm starting to lose a little bit as the run goes on. So I feel like that kind of plays a bit of a factor anyway when it comes to the tire wear stuff. As we keep dropping spots like a rock, still. So I'm hoping, I guess, Well, the top 30 may or may not be out of the question at this point. We're going to try to get that spot back from Kevin LePage, who's going to get a run on the outside. Do we have anything to say about it? Actually, no. Instead, we just fend off Bill Elliott and Jimmy Spencer for the time being. Nothing too dirty, just hard racing, I would say. I'm fighting hard to keep this top 30 spot, though. The problem is we have to survive 49 laps with this set of tires. So and my crew chief's telling me to go faster, and I'm going as fast as this thing could go. I don't want to burn my stuff up, which I feel like I'm already going to do anyway, regardless. Plus, the higher downforce does not make me as strong on the straightaways either. So that's another thing we have to consider as well. Because I want to actually put more handling on this thing with the higher springs. You know what I mean? And the higher sway bar would also make this thing I would plow straight into the wall if I did. Oh, that is not what I want to see at all after 20 laps. Don't forget, we have to survive double of that. So I don't even know if we're gonna survive. To tell you the truth, like even like coming in last or whatever, Rockingham has just always been notorious to being a tire eater anyway. Trying to be fast and keep up with the AI has just always been tough this whole game so far. There's no easy feat with this. Absolutely none. At this point, we're gonna start. I mean, we're not gonna be finishing on the lead lap anyway, so you can see that the leader's ready to pass us at some point anyway. I really would like to have a caution to come out. That way, we can actually get some fresh tires and just try to see where we can start to salvage it here on out anyway. Yeah, I'll look out. Sure, fine, whatever. I think that's Michael Waltrip, who was our pole sitter of this race. I think we might be able to start catching him in a few laps times. That's really nice to see. As we keep saying no to Elliott Sadler. Your face is kind of slow, you know that? We're just being the absolute defense again for basically literally everybody. We're just trying to wait for Dale Earnhardt to go around the inside of Brett Bodine so we can let him by, because I've noticed a little bit of a dilemma for us right now is fuel. Believe it or not, fuel is a bit of a big issue for us right now, as we're trying to let Brett Bodine go to the outside and then immediately let Earnhardt and Labonte go by. Immediately. Them two are going to be gone. And then get back to the inside. Because I'm actually a little bit concerned about the fuel now. I think I might have put a little bit too high on the RPM as we're going to nearly hit the wall. We do hit the wall. Bounce off the wall and hit poor Dave Blaney alongside. I'm actually probably not. I'm not going to make it 49, 48 laps. So that's going to be quite a bit of a concern. I need these guys to lap me 2 or 3 more times in order for this to be done. And now here comes Tony Stewart trying to get all the spots that he can. He's running in third probably right now. Earnhardt's leading the way, followed by Labonte. I know you two are not supposed to have a close finish until Atlanta, so I mean, if you want to do it early, go right ahead. My crew chief's begging me to go faster, but I'm telling you, this is as fast as this thing can go, and I'm trying to hold on to P30, buddy. I'm holding on to that. I want that sponsorship money. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. Try to make UAW Delphi happy, you know what I mean? I mean, they get to carry over the sponsorship to 2024 for like the first few races, I would say, until we get a new paid scheme afterwards. I'm not going to make another one after 2001 anyway. I mean, I'm probably going to have maybe Charlie Fibrosis will make me another one or something. I don't know. I'll have to see what I feel like doing once we get the new sponsorship logos. We left the door open, and there goes Dave Blaney. So there goes P30. There goes the sponsorship money. Well, it only took 35 laps this time, instead of like 12 or like 20. So 15 laps. That's an improvement. That is an absolute improvement. Unfortunately, we're still falling off the pace time-wise, because I feel like no matter what we do with the car setup, I think we're gonna have to make some changes. I think for one is going to be a tire pressure adjustment, and I guess maybe to try to compensate the tightness at this point in the run, maybe even make the car even looser. Which I think I have the wedge already down to like 1.5, negative 1.5 that is. Or was it -2? I can't remember. But anyway, we're almost in the 25-second bracket, and Dave Blaney is just going to drive off into the sunset. We have a huge train of cars, by the way. Everyone's over in turn 1, turn 2, as we keep bitch slapping Elliott Sadler, trying to make sure we defend 31st as long as humanly possible. At least we can let Ricky Rudd go by with no issues. Oh, there was a little bit of tire sliding there. That wasn't even me. That was somebody else. Rudd goes by because we already held up so many lap cars, or lead lap cars anyway. We're a menace to society and menace to NASCAR. And we're going to keep being a menace to the Wood Brothers because, yes, I will be. Still 38, 39 laps into this run. We still have about another... Oh, boy. We still have another... We're running this thing until it's dry, essentially. Our tires are absolutely shot. And I think the longest I could go is 47 laps. So it's a little bit shorter than I hoped I would be, but... Yeah, we're almost out of gas. We have to pit this lap. We have to absolutely pit this lap. And LePage is about to put us a lap down. That's not exactly the most ideal thing in the world I've ever seen in my life. As we let Bobby Hamilton go on through, unfortunately, we can't keep up with him anymore. And speaking of keeping up anymore, we have to come on in this lap. If we don't, we're... Let us in! Alright, we gotta come on in. There we go. Oh, we already have it at that. This might sound stupid, but we're gonna make the wedge -2.5. Try to get more bite out of the rear tires. Caution-free race so far. We brought it as long as we could. I had to hold them off as long as I could. At this point, and we have a mistake on the pit road. Not surprised by anything at this point. I guess at this point we're gonna try to hope for a top 40 finish. Why are we showing the right rear tire? I have no idea. All right, not exactly what I wanted to see. We're coming out 41st, and now 42nd, and now dead last it seems, because there goes Darrell Waltrip. I mean, pit stop sequence is not done yet, thankfully, but now we're just gonna have to hope we can make it to the rest of the race. Oh dear, there's a massive incident on pit road. Did you see that? No caution yet. No caution at all. But out of that little pit road incident, I wonder what happened there. That was weird. Did you see that on the top left of your screen? I think there's still blocked in there. I think there's still blockage going on. Yeah, there is. A huge pit road block up from what I see. Oh, the whole pit road is blocked. The pit road is blocked. Ah! Very, very interesting now. Oh, that's gonna shake up everything if the caution doesn't come out. Oh, and they're not bringing out the yellow. Are they finally getting a move on? Let's see. Oh, I see more cars that are there. I'm more paying attention to this. Okay, so there is a bit. Oh, oh, so the cars are just despawning now. It looks like there. So hopefully this keeps up. I hope this actually keeps up. That way, if the cars don't despawn, we can actually get more and more spots. We're not going to finish it. We're going to probably finish in the top 30 because of a technical glitch. I don't know what the heck happened there, but I'm glad it's happening. All right, let's see. How about this lap? Are they still despawning or no? Nope, it's over. Doggone it. Doggone it. What was that? That was incredible. All right, so we're not going to finish in the top whatever. Kenny Irwin gets screwed out of this. Jeff Bodine gets screwed out of this somehow or something like that. But nobody else is affected. Well, that stinks. People got held up though, which helps us out quite a bit actually. In terms of like where we're going to be finishing, even though it's not going to be that great of a finish, but still a lot better than where we would be running. I'll tell you that for sure. As we have another engine, somebody has an engine failure right then and there. I can't tell who that was heading into pits. But right now we're 2 laps down. Hopefully we can fall a little bit more than that. Let's see who's got coming out of the pits as Robert Presley. Is that for a spot? No, it's not. Leader's now down pit road. I think that was Steve Park when we looked at it anyway. I guess our only hope now is to try to catch up to the people that just came out in front of us in pit road. Lap 60, and now we actually got some company that are actually racing for spots. Of course, we got Kyle Petty and Kenny Schrader, a couple of Pontiacs right here and there anyway. I think Jerry Nadeau might also be for a spot as well. I mean, we're just trying to fight for the best finish that we can at this point. Top 30 is out of the question still, even despite the little pit road mishap. Because I don't know where Waltrip and Bobby Hamilton are at this point. At this point, whatever I'm getting is whatever I'm getting. But I'm not gonna go down without a fight, though. You all know that. We're not gonna go down without a fight. Hopefully, a yellow comes out. It did in the first Rockingham race, anyway. Where a yellow actually did cause lap 4, that courtesy of Jimmy Spencer. But I don't know if Mr. Excitement wants to do anything silly this time around. As we sail it too deep into turn 1, that's gonna leave the door open. Can we? Nope, we could not close the door in time, and that's another spot gone. I'm not sure if Jerry Nadeau's for a spot or not. I think he is. I'm trying to think who's a spot and who's not back there. I know Scary Terry's not, Dale Jarrett's not. Kyle Petty is, Jerry Nadeau, you are a spot. Okay, so I definitely want to fight you compared to like everybody else. Is Junior a spot? No, I don't think so. If we're gonna keep fighting that Hot Wheels car. I always like that Hot Wheels car, but we're gonna keep fighting it though. Okay. We hit the gas a little too early. The door's gonna slightly be open. We're gonna easily close that back down. I'm really hoping to get put another lap down or two more, really. I really need them to really go faster though, the leaders anyway. I need to finish 4 laps down at this point. That way we can actually make it on fuel, because we were short on fuel making it to the halfway point of the race. If anything, this track only will be the only reason why I will consider, you know, fuel efficiency upgrades. It's just because of this track and this track only. Every other track has been fine so far. There's another spot to Bobby Labonte. We're gonna give Jerry Nadeau a bit of a brotherly shove there, as we're trying to do our best here to maintain our top 35 at this point. I need the leaders to start passing me, like actual lead lap cars start passing me. I think there's not a whole lot of lead lap cars at this point. I'm just more about just trying to finish 4 laps down. So I'm really trying to get the leaders to get going here, while I'm trying to also defend like the likes of Jay Nadeau. You know, trying to make sure we don't let him go, but we might have to let him go here as we leave the door wide open. That and Ron Fellows having a really strong day from what I'm understanding. Really good stuff from the road course ringer. Unfortunately, Brett Bodine is going to be the next car we're going to have to eventually fall to. As Bobby Labonte now takes the lead. So that means, wait, is Jeff Burton in second? No, he's not. He's a lap down. How many cars on the lead lap, though? How many cars are on the lead lap, then? I mean, all right, so it was Ward Burton that was the other one that blew up. Okay, how many cars are on the lead lap, then? Like, only, like, 8 cars on the lead lap, and Marlon's about to go a lap down, so that's going to be 7 cars on the lead lap. These two are putting on an absolute clinic. I mean, with a little help of me, of course, kind of like blocking everybody on all times, it seems, as Scary Terry hits the wall. Yeah, Brett Bodine, I mean, I really don't want to lose a spot to you again, do I? It's gonna happen, but, you know, it is what it is. At this point, I'm just hoping for the AI to get back to me quick enough so I can put another lap down. I'll be able to definitely make it on fuel then. Well, that was very nice of you, Brett Bodine, hitting my teammate like that. What's wrong with you? He's fighting for a good spot right then and there. He's a lap down now, but we're actually gonna let front row Joe go by. Oh, no problem. He's clearly the faster car, as well as Z2 behind me. Brett Bodine, now Stacy Compton has to show his ugly mug in the fray too, apparently. I love how Stacy Compton and I now have wins, despite being in the absolute, you know, piles of crap that we are in the race, every other race weekend, it seems. Still holding on against Brett Bodine for him, but I have to do it for another, oh my gosh, another 20. We're not going to make it on fuel. We're going to need a yellow. At this point, I might have to cause it. I mean, we're about 16 laps to go in the actual finish itself, even though it's 20 to go here. We're not making 20 laps, I'm just saying. So we needed a yellow by the AI or ourselves to bring, you know, bring on the caution. And at this point, Plan Carson Hocevar is actually starting to sound pretty good right about now, causing a caution on purpose, or whatever. Like, causing a caution on purpose seems to be pretty tasty right now. But even though it's not the most ethical thing to do, but I feel like my arm's starting to itch. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, that was almost a caution right then and there. Brett Bodine almost just said, yeah, I've had enough of this guy. He probably saw that my gear was an N for a second. Watch. Yep, you can actually feel safe in this game too if you're on manual transmission, as we spike our RPM a little because we did not shift to 4th gear with pressing the A button. Our tires are absolutely shot. I'm just trying to make it to the end at this point. Even if I have to start blocking or whatnot, I'm trying to actually be more ethical with my way of actually trying to make it to the end. I'm trying to hope to God that the AI can get around really quickly and put me another lap down so I can actually be with no problem. The goal is to make it to the finish line, of course, at this rate, but it may not even be plausible. The leaders have about, like, I would say, like, less than 10 laps to go at this point, so we should be okay, really. If we just keep doing this for, like, maybe another few laps, we should be okay. Like, just saving a little bit of gas here and there, while trying to fend off the Kodiak Bear of Stacy Compton in a 9 car. Yeah, I'm actually to me, this is easier saving fuel compared to, like, Thunder 04, because I have to press L1 and R1 to do it while I'm having the accelerator on R2 and L2. With this, I can actually press, like, the A button or whatnot while I'm holding the R trigger to get myself going, and L trigger to brake. I'm glad they had this controller configuration. Less than 5 to go for the leaders, so you can see how scarily close our fuel is. Only 2 gallons left. I'm just doing this every lap at this point, letting the leaders go by on the inside. But we need the inside line, the shortest way around the racetrack anyway. And we're gonna have to clutch just past the start-finish line, just to try to make our way through the rest of the race. Yeah, 1.8 to fuel. It's gonna be very close, just for even to get us to finish this race. Let Steve Park go, but not Bill Elliott. The AI are doing a very good job keeping the people that we're trying to race for position for on the outside line. I really appreciate that. It's helping out quite a bit.
Get back on it. We're losing time. You're clear.
You think I don't know that, crew chief? Really? We're losing time? I wonder why. Well, we should be able to go on fuel now, even though it's almost empty. We should be able to go from here on out, as we nearly got clipped by Mr. Excitement anyway. Yeah, 1.2, we should be able to make it for the rest of the way, but we're still going to have to clutch just a tiny bit longer.
Try working another line. We need to get back on pace.
Yep. So now the white flag is out for the leaders. That means we have 2 more laps to go for us. We're still hanging on to 35th, though. We're not giving Brett Bodine any room whatsoever, because we don't give a shit about him. It's, you know, Brett Bodine versus us for 35th. Again, back markers is always like it's like Formula 1 as well. Like, the back marking is like always like the best battle. It's like, rather than forget the lead pack, it's just the back markers are where it's really at, because they're trying to pick up the scraps anyway. And we're just scrapping it out. We're going to be going for a 3-wide battle here for, like, freaking 35th. I'm giving nobody any room whatsoever. So even if, I mean, a glitch kind of helped us out for a P35 today. And yeah, we're going to stay away and feel and come home at 35th. I can't even talk anymore. Commentating's hard. Bobby Labonte ends up winning with Tony Stewart in second. Earnhardt third. Almost 3 cars on the lead lap. My God.
A rare caution-free race.
Yeah, and that can be physically exhausting to these drivers. Not only do the cautions give them a chance to catch up on the racetrack, it also gives both their minds and their bodies a little break. They have all got to be drained after that one.
The Delphi car would like to have finished a lot better, I'm sure.
Well, all the guys on that team work so hard. It's a shame they couldn't get a better finish. But sometimes it's just not your day.
From all of us here at EA Sports at MRN, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
So it's the point leader, Bobby Labonte, trying to extend his point lead here today. A very, very well-respected run from the 18. And, of course, Tony Stewart wasn't so far behind either. Dale Sr., I guess, ended up finishing third in that whole little group there, even though I thought he was dominating for the race for a little while. But it ended up being Bobby Labonte that go ahead and steals the win here today. For us, though, I mean, it's a knockback down to reality. Like, what do you expect? Like I said, Season 2 is supposed to be the better season anyway. And thankfully, we got Homestead coming up in a couple races to test out the new R&D for us in the new chassis anyway. Even though I wished it would have been here a lot sooner. But, you know, it just is what it is, I guess, for us. But anyway, Bobby Labonte is your winner today's race. This is going to make a very epic battle for the 2000 title. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, we got some happiness bonus, but what's good that's going to do for us? So we finished 35th today. We barely on fuel. Only a few cars that ended up finishing on the lead lap. Bobby Labonte, of course, is your winner today. He leads 40 laps, so he's going to get the most laps led as well. No bonus points for Tony Stewart, so Labonte is having a late season charge. Tony Stewart ends up second, Earnhardt third, Ricky Rudd fourth, Rusty Wallace fifth, Jarrett sixth, Ron Fellows from 28th to 7th gets himself a top 10. Nice to see. Jeff Burton 8th, Sterling Marlin 9th, and our teammate Joe Nemechek rings out the top 10. As you take a look at the rest of the field, where did our other teammate finish? Probably not even very well. He finished 22nd. Yeah, pole sitter Michael Waltrip ends up in 28th. We keep moving further and further away from the people we're actually trying to race in points anyway. Yeah, these two, Jeff Bodine and Kenny Irwin Jr., they got stuck in the blockage, and then Ward Burton just happened to blow up right then and there as well. So I'm surprised that didn't bring out a caution, to be honest. Like the pit road thing, I'm pretty sure it's because it was on pit road. That's why the caution didn't occur. That's weird. Well, we managed to get whatever we can at Rockingham. 35th place finish once again. I just can't wait for that new chassis to come aboard. When is that coming? Is that coming next race? Yeah, next race. So we're gonna have 64 tire grip for Homestead. It looks like there. Hopefully so. I would love to go see that for the next few races anyway. Yeah, I think we're gonna be more focused on just building stuff rather than overhauling it. It's more cost effective. As for the engine, we actually overhaul or build a new engine at this point. Maybe we can bring this up to 64. Who knows? We do have a new engine coming in 2 races, though. So that's another thing to actually consider. So we can actually have 3 good engines if we really wanted to for next season. If we really wanted to, anyway. I mean, like I said, our problem is not straight line speed. It's just like the car, the tire grip's just not there. We're just waiting for that to appear. And of course, the R&D is going to be coming in the next 4 races. So we have 3 races left. We're still nowhere near Bobby Hamilton, and I'm pretty sure at this point we're just, we're kind of like in no man's land. We're probably going to finish 39th in the standings. Well, at least it's a top 40, I guess, at this point. I mean, we're not going to be able to get anywhere near these guys. But yeah, that's only now a 30-point gap between Labonte and Stewart. So 3 races to go. It's just these down to the Joe Gibbs duo of Labonte and Stewart to see how well they could do right then and there. So Labonte picks up his 3rd win of the season anyway. But yeah, that's all there is to it with Rockingham. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And we'll see you guys in the next one at Phoenix.